Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah, and I'm with Brunt Hotels Human Resources. My team and I are here today to talk to you a little bit about our international project with Brunt Hotels in China. We are looking to get into China, we're looking to grow, and we're looking for individuals like yourself to be a part of that opportunity. So without further ado, I introduce Joseph. He will talk to you a little bit about our key priorities and development.
Thank you for being here today. My name is Joseph Vara. I'm here to talk about the key priorities and development for our partnership within China with the hotel. We will begin starting by doing the key priorities. The key priorities that we need to work on first is developing a committee, a search committee that would look through the applicants and find a search candidate more to be able to be the best qualified for this position. What that search committee would do is review all of the applicants to make sure which credentials and which experience will be able to coordinate and find the best applicant to fit the position and fill it. The next, so once that's done, our PCNs, which is parent country nationals, the advantages and disadvantages from a corporate view and also a standard view would be advantages: direct personal control over organizations. Cultures, the disadvantages can be expense optionals with host government of supply. A substandard view advantages will be help create bigger learning chances of our host country nationals, which is HCNs. And disadvantages, lack of a career opportunity for our host country nationals. For the host country nationals, advantages and disadvantages from a corporate view, the advantages information of a local culture. Disadvantages depend on a formal process and administrative culture, so they have to try to find a common ground and things like that. Substandard view, advantage career opportunity for high performance employees, so that's the advantages. They'll be able to, find the best, their best skills to, fit the job projects and things like that. The disadvantages, their lack of the lack of technical may lead to poor performance. So if we don't train them right, we don't get them, up to par with the culture differences, the language difference, the barriers and things like that, they might not be as successful. So we want to make sure to train them in those areas. The TCN's advantages and disadvantages from a corporate view is the advantages: salary cost may be lower than a PCN. So we want to be able to balance our budget in different ways and making sure that we never have a negative balance. We're always at either a profit margin and things like that. Disadvantages: TCN a short-term view of a substantial operation. So we want to make sure that there is no conflict or of interest and things like that. And substantive view disadvantages is higher levels of TCNs seen as an alternate to PCNs. So pretty much we want to make sure everybody understands each other and works together. Now I'll be passing on to our main lead, which is Sarah. Rose should be able to give you some more information on the hiring manager job description and duties.
Thank you, Joseph. Here at Brunt Hotels, we're looking for managers and supervisors that are willing to work together to serve one goal, one purpose. Here at Brunt Hotels, we're getting ready to enter into a community and a country such as China, which is growing with both history and with future. So in order to make an impact, we need to make sure that we place the right people in the right positions. So what we're looking for is we're looking for managers that are willing to make impacts in the community as well as with their internal and external customers. So with that being said, we would like to hire on the best managers possible. Anytime that customers come into our hotels, as managers, we have the ability to make the difference, whether it's a pleasant stay or whether it's a less than satisfactory stay. We have the ability as managers to make sure that we gain members for life. We want to drive that culture into the Brunt Hotels. So as far as qualifications that we're looking for as managers. We do have minimum, and we do have some standards that we prefer, but we do not discourage anybody with maybe just a high school to a diploma with a combination of experience to apply. Part of our initiative with the organization is we are looking to find the top talent. We're looking to dig into our own resources and external resources in order to find the best talent possible to send over to China. When we go into China, we want to be able to trust that the managers and employees that we have in place can develop a culture within China and create a positive environment, not only for internal employees, but external customers, both in the same. Part of a hotel manager, just to give you an example, some of those duties will be to greet guests. They will be to oversee many of the operations inside of the hotel. You will deal with finances. You may also deal with any member concerns, any concerns with internal employees, scheduling, staffing, making sure that the hotel is running correctly. As far as our manager requirements, what we would like to see in a manager is a minimum of 5 years with work experience in a large or with good problem-solving skills. And we would also like for them to at least have a high school diploma and equivalent work experience. We prefer that we do have a university degree. It can either be in hospitality or in something centered around the hotel environment. And we would also prefer that the employee or the applicant is fluent in English and Chinese. Now, we do have programs set up to where you can take classes within the Brunt organization in order for you to get more familiar with the Chinese culture and language. But if you have that coming on board, that is definitely a plus. We don't discourage anybody that doesn't have a college degree to not apply, as long as you have that combined work experience in order to fulfill the needs of the branch manager role. So if you don't have any questions, I'll go ahead and hand it over to my next partner, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about our compensation package. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Esquivel. I'm here to talk to you about the compensation package that we are going to offer management at Brunt Hotels. So after overviewing the external environment in China, we were able to find different monetary rewards to compensate our employees with in our new upcoming venture. Employee benefits that are already offered in China include flexible work time, extra medical insurance, training and professional development, company activities, 1 more day of annual leave for every 5 years, and social insurance and house spending contribution. For both parent and host country nationals, we have implemented a strong compensation package to help grow and retain the strength and commitment of our future management team. These employees will receive annual base salary, health care benefits, retirement plans, fixed bonuses and allowances, long-term incentives, cash allowances, training and professional development, and overtime and leaves. We have also implemented additional options to be negotiated for compensation with the expatriates that are already familiar with our organization and have offered to help with the development of our new facility. Benefits that are offered could include foreign service premium, cost of living adjustment, house allowance, tax assistance, and spousal and family assistance. We hope this compensation package will strengthen our company as we work through globally expanding our business. So I'm going to hand it over to Selene to talk about the selection process. Sorry.
Thank you for being here today. I'm going to be talking about the selection process to select our candidates to be chosen for the 10 positions available in the Chinese hotel. First, we're going to evaluate the work history of all the applicants. We're going to make sure they have the experience we need to fill these positions properly. And in this phase, we hope to eliminate 3 candidates. In the second part of the selection process, we're going to test their technical abilities and the potential they have for the technical abilities. We're going to do this by questioning their supervisors and see how they do with all the technical aspects of the job, such as Excel, Word documents, being able to send and receive emails properly, being able to communicate. In this process, we hope to eliminate another 3 candidates. In the third process step, we're going to interview the candidates for cross-cultural suitability. This just means we want someone that can work with the Chinese culture adequately, someone that's sensitive to the Chinese culture, not someone that's going to go and try to impose our American culture ways there. We're there to serve the Chinese people, not the American people anymore. In the fourth part, we're going to interview candidates for language skills and potential. Not everyone is going to know the Chinese language, but we would like someone that's almost there, someone that has the basic knowledge and has the potential and the want to learn the Chinese language fluently. For our fifth part, we're going to interview candidates for the Chinese labor law compliance. All of these people applying obviously want to work in China, but not everyone can. China has their own labor laws that we have to comply with, and we need to make sure that all the potential candidates can obtain work visas and that their families can also move there with them. Many times it's a deal breaker when the family doesn't qualify to move with them. In our final part, where we hope to get our 10 final candidates to fill the 10 positions and 2 alternative candidates just in case the 10 can't make it, we're going to interview candidates for ability to work with the Chinese employees. We're sending these people there to manage the hotel. As far as all the other employees in the Chinese hotel, they're going to be from China. We're going to hire housekeepers, maintenance staff in China. So we need to know that they can work with the Chinese employees. They need to be able to interview them appropriately. They need to be able to compensate them appropriately and to be able to negotiate being culturally sensitive to their culture. And that's how we're going to choose our candidates out of the 30 applications we received. Now I'm going to pass it on to Crystal, and she's going to talk about some expat services that we're going to offer.
Hello, my name is Crystal Vasquez, and I will be talking about our training program at Brunt Hotel. We have goals for our pre-departure orientation program, which are to help employees focus on the culture of our organization, our values, and our behaviors. To help employees develop realistic expectations, to give them practical information about the organization, to give them an introduction to a new language and a new culture. In order to meet the goals, there will be language preparation, preliminary visits, practical assistance, and expectations and cultural awareness training, which this training will be a 3-day training in China, starting with a meet and greet where everybody gets to know each other, and follows with workshops, including a workshop on culture of business in China, and there will be Chinese lessons as in cultural awareness and the language, and there will also be a workshop where the family of the candidates get together to meet each other. And then we have these support services online that will help them out with anything we can't provide for them. The first selection helps the employee and families with general needs or daily needs, such as apartments, religious services, transportation services, restaurants and schools for the children. The third selection provides information for the employees to compare compensation and management and policies of other firms to assure they are getting compensated for their services correctly. And I will pass it over to Sarah.
Well, thank you very much. So as you can see, we have a lot of really good initiatives going on within the organization. As several of my colleagues mentioned, we encourage you to apply if you feel that you fulfill these qualifications. If you don't have any further questions, like I mentioned, we're here always to assist. Please reach out to us. We're available by phone or by email, whichever you prefer. And thank you very much and have a great day.